Welcome back everyone to my low-level playthrough of Chrono Trigger on the Wii Virtual Console. Last episode we finished off the Ocean Palace, and Crono was finished off by Lavos. And we're just trying to see if we can find him. I don't know why we think we can find him, and we saw him be basically disintegrated by Lavos' beam. But, I don't know. People are hopeful, I guess. Speaking of hope, if you didn't tell that lady to plant that plant in Zeal, she will be here in this common area, and you can still tell her to plant the plant and unlock that side quest. So, looks like Dalton is taking over, and he's going to basically arrest us and throw us in jail. He doesn't want us to, start a rebellion. Now it's important at this time that before you get initiate this cutscene, that you have whoever's in the front of your party has the wallet equipped, because there's going to be encounters in this dungeon that we can't run from. So it's important that as soon as we get the equipment for our first character, that we get that wallet. So first you gotta climb out this ladder, and it turns out that we are on the Blackbird, which is, I guess, Dalton's new palace. He's gonna rule the world from the skies above. When you leave here, Robo's going to find this air duct, and now we're in the ventilation system, and you can peek down through these grates to see people below you, enemies below you, the floor layout. But we're just gonna head up to the top here, head down this ladder, and there's this guy here who's sleeping, and we can get the equipment for character number 1. We can just leave here if we want, or we can fight this guy. I might as well just fight and get some tech points. Now, characters who don't have their equipment back can't fight. Aria, though, because she doesn't use a weapon, she can still fight, which is one of the reasons why we put her in the party. But you can, find everybody's equipment without Aria in your party. So we're going to go get Alia's equipment now. We also lost our items and our money. So we basically got to get 5 chests. We want to get everything. So we're going to head down to the south corner here. And like I said, we're going to grab Ayla's equipment. Yeah, she can fight, but she has no accessory, and she'll have no armor. Robo's just going to kind of stand there. Yeah, it's weird that they won't even let you use like techniques. Robo should still be able to use his lasers and stuff. And if you think about it, Robo also uses just his hands to attack. So, yeah. But we'll get Ayla's equipment back now. And once you have 2 people's equipment back, rather than sneaking around the ducts, we can kind of just sneak out here. Now there's more encounters out here, but with 2 characters, we'll be able to finish off any enemies here you run into. Just easier to get to where we need to go. Now we see that to the right there's a conveyor belt. At the conveyor belts, they run a certain direction, but there's these consoles near them that you can change them. See how it's going right now? If we hit that button, it would turn it, move it down. You can alternate the way the conveyors go. Let's head this way here, fight these guys here. I believe this is all our money. And then Robo's equipment we can't get from the ventilation shaft. We actually have to be kind of walking around the main floor here. The items is the last thing you get, and it's basically by the end. Now you can leave the Blackbird without getting all your stuff back. But if you try to do that, if you try to do that, you'll get like a prompt saying like, hey, we're still missing things, like, do you want to head back? You can say no, but then of course you're going to lose a lot of stuff. If you say yes, then you get to go back into the blackboard. I'll show that off. But behind that door is Robo's equipment. Go grab it. Switch these guys off. Not too tough, so even like at lower levels, you can handle them pretty easily. The bosses in this area too are also jokes, so easy to take care of, not to worry about anything with them. Alrighty, finish these guys off. Let's go get Robo's equipment, and then we can head back into the ventilation system. This is the second part of the blackbird, the head of the blackbird. You could enter that head by going up the conveyor belt to the left, outside, but there's enemies there, so we get into an encounter, and we want to, avoid as many encounters as possible, just for time's sake. Like I said, the encounters aren't tough, and we're not really hurting for tech points. Frog is getting to his last technique, and Robo only has to learn 2 more. Like I said, they both have a dedicated side quest where they have to be in the party. Yeah, everybody has their own dedicated side quest where they have to be, so we'll get tech points there. Alrighty, let's run around here. We gotta head up, like I said, toward the top of the blackbird, basically back to where we got Frog's equipment. But instead of going down that staircase or that ladder to the left, we're going to take one on the right here. And we can sneak by these guys, because that guy's backwards there, so we can sneak right by him. Unfortunately, you can't sneak by these guys. But this is basically the last encounter in here. Or at least, we have one more to go, but it's inside a room. Got a dual tech there. We got this last encounter here. That's our items there. The exit is over there to the left. I'm going to take the exit before I get the items back, just to show you that dialogue. And then we'll be on the outside of the blackbird again. There's these turrets there. They're basically like the rubbles, where they have really good evasion. They're going to use that lockout technique. But unlike the bubbles, they actually have an attack. They'll actually shoot a laser at you, but it doesn't really do a lot of damage. But defeating them, just like the bubbles, will get you a lot of tech points, a lot of experience too. Let's see, yeah, we're just going to return real quick, grab the items, and then we're ready to go. So if you're not hoping for tech points or experience, say you're going through this on the second time, like a New Game Plus, you can just skip all these guys. But I wanted to try to see if I can get some tech points, but unfortunately, it doesn't work out. Like I said, they act just like the bubbles, except they'll occasionally shoot a laser at you. And they must have better evade, because we're not hitting them at all. Although I don't have Aelia equipped with that Berserker, or Robo with the hit ring, so that's obviously hurting my hit percentage. Good job, Frog. Yeah, if they self-destruct, you get no rewards. But you see, they're pretty easy. So like I said, it's a decent place if you're trying to get tech points. Don't get any, like I said, but we get plenty of opportunities when you do the individual side quests for the characters. The only one who's hoping for tech points is Marley. She has she starts to get her 6, 7, and 8 techniques, where everybody else has to either just get their 7 or their 7 and 8. While you're on the Blackbird, you can the wind, I get, you know, they have wind physics here. You can't go up unless you're running, dashing. And if you just stand still, it'll push you back toward the back of the wing. But good thing is you can't get blown off the wing, so it's not like a platformer where, like, if you fall off, it's a game over, or you lose a life. The game is nice like that. The game is also nice, as I said, the bosses that we're going to be fighting here are cake. So, we have a 2-part boss coming up. But the first part of the boss, you don't even have to defeat him. Let's heal ourselves up here. Yeah, the first boss doesn't even attack you. It looks like it's going to attack you, and you think you're kind of scared. I'm just trying to avoid these things here, just to attack them one at a time. And that one was, I think, one hit away from getting defeated, and then it self-destructed, and then Alien immediately went and hit the other turret. It's like, oh, darn, so close to getting at least one of them defeated, but... So, Dalton is going to be the final boss of this area, but as we've seen, the other times we encountered Dalton, he summons a golem to do his bidding. The first time he summoned that one golem, it defeated us. Then he summoned the dual golems. We defeated them in the Ocean Palace. Now he's going to summon the boss golem. Like I said, you would think, boss golem would be the toughest one out of all of them. But unfortunately, we fight the boss golem in an area that is not conducive to him and his morale. Boo. Basically, once it finishes that stuff off. And the golem boss is in the lower left corner. So you just run around here a little bit, and eventually you get to the lower left corner, and you'll encounter the golem boss. I still want to have hit points max, because as soon as you finish the golem boss, you get thrown into the Battle of Dalton. So we still want to have full hit points and full magic points. And we want to have Alien Robo with the studs that reduce their magic costs, because they'll be taking care of both of these bosses with their beast throw technique. And as long as you have the those studs equipped, you won't run out of MP. So the golem boss here, if you defeat him, you get some experience, some money. Mainly we're worried about the 40 tech points you get. He has 1,500 health. And he does this countdown when you think he's going to attack you, but he never attacks you. Turns out, as the battle goes on, he'll basically say that he's afraid of heights, and so he's just scared and he doesn't want to do anything because he's that scared. So eventually he gets so scared that he runs away. If he runs away, just like those turrets that self-destructed, you won't get any bonuses or rewards. But of course, we might as well just go for those rewards. Pretty much 10 beast toss and frogs adding with the leap slashes. Just finish him off. Maybe more like 9 beast slashes depending on how often frog hits with those leap slashes. The beast toss is also going to be the same way we're going to end up defeating Dalton. The interesting thing about Dalton is when we first fought him in Zeal Palace, before we went down to the Ocean Palace, he had 4,000 health. When we fight him again here, he actually has less health. So, yeah, it took 3 beast tosses to defeat him the first time we fought him. This time it's only going to take 2. So somehow he's gotten weaker. There's the golem boss playing out heights again. I hate heights too, man. It's one of my big fears. And he's cowering here. Oh, poor guy. It doesn't matter if you defeat him or not. And we'll see, because Dalton will, after we defeat Dalton, he'll try to summon the golem boss. And because the golem boss has been defeated, he basically just gets sucked into the portal that he's trying to summon the golem boss with. But yeah, even if you don't defeat the golem boss, he's not going to be able to summon the golem boss. He'll try to summon it, but I guess the golem boss ran away because he's too scared to come back. Yeah, because you have to end up fighting even an even smaller location. So yeah, Dalton has stolen the epic, and he has, added wings to it. So now it can fly, and this is basically going to serve as our airship. First, you have to take care of him. And Dalton, being a lousy boss, he is opening fire on his palace. You know, his floating blackbird. Fool. So let's take him out. So this basically is the end of Dalton, at least in this game. But in the DS remake, there's like an extra side quest. And apparently what happened is, like, after this, in the sequel, Chrono Cross, apparently Dalton ends up in 1000 AD. I guess this portal where you summon the golem from. He gets sent to 1000 AD, and he goes to Pore, which is the city, basically the town, basically below, to the south of Guardia Kingdom. And basically, like, he militarizes them, and then Pore ends up taking over Guardia. They conquer Guardia. And they, although you never really get to go to Guardia and Chrono Cross. It's in that takes place in like a set of islands to the south of the Chrono Trigger world. So I mean, you'll get some people who like will appear who will basically tell you this stuff, you know, like, oh, we're from Pore, you know, and we've been militarized and took over Guardia. Yeah, once we get in here, just press the Y button, and then press the X button, and you shoot these lasers, and that'll successfully shoot down the Blackbird. The Blackbird crashes, but we still have our wings with the Epic. And we're going to end up parking it outside these commons, returning back. The game forces you to do this, and they won't let you take off. You think, oh, well, let's go walk back to the end of time, but the game wants you to, there's a scene we have to encounter, kind of opens up some plot in the North Cape. So that's where we'll be heading in the next episode. And we'll get some more secrets, some more information revealed. So take care, have a good one. I'll see you then. Bye.